What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt Toville with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Joe, the Juggernaut Joyce. Joe Joyce responds to Anthony Joshua versus Dillian Whyte and its announcement, and he said this. He said, Joe Joyce boxing, he said, let's go, toe-to-toe, please. Joe Joyce boxing, go on the back foot, be safe, and make it a boring fight. Don't take any risk and hold as much as the referee lets you with the thumbs up. And those are the words of Joe Joyce, and he responds to Anthony Joshua. See, Anthony Joshua, the reason he's responding that way is because that's the same type of fight that he saw Anthony Joshua fight with Jermaine Franklin. You know, and he was really being sarcastic with Anthony Joshua, because he's like, you know, let's go toe-to-toe, please. You know, go on, stay on the back foot and make it a boring fight. Don't take any risk and hold as much as the referee lets you. And see, what Joe Joyce is doing is he's just telling you on what he wouldn't do. And I think this is what's going to happen with Joe. Joe is a type of fighter that, yeah, people like him. He's not as talented as those guys, but he brings a fun-filled fight. Even when his knockout, he was getting clobbered, but he still brought what he could bring. He didn't hold excessively. He didn't stay on the back foot. He didn't make it a boring fight. You know, and a guy like Joe Joyce will always be an action guy, and people will always like him because of it. However, you know, it's a such thing as fighting smarter, not harder. See, someone like Anthony Joshua, the worst thing he could probably do for his career would be go toe-to-toe. That would be the worst thing for him to do. Go toe-to-toe with somebody like Dillian Whyte and give him an opportunity to throw his 50-plus pound left hook at your face and sit down on that punch and eat one like a Big Mac and get knocked spark out. That would be the worst thing to do when you have a Wilder fight for that. You know what I mean? You already got Wilder possible problems, so why would you make Dillian Whyte more of a bigger problem or a bigger risk by fighting like that? You're making it more interesting for Dillian Whyte to stop something that you wanted for the last 5 years. And at least, you know, the WBC belt, which Deontay Wilder don't have right now, but still, you know, that fighter at hand, he has an opportunity to fight for a lot of money. And ultimately, it comes down to cash anyway. Doesn't come down to the belts, because once that fight, if he does take out Dillian Whyte, we'll see how lucrative that fight is between Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder and how big it grows. And I think it will be very big. I think it will be a lot bigger than that Francis Ngannou Tyson Fury crap. But Joe Joyce is like, hey, yeah, let's see this. And he's criticizing Anthony Joshua for not going toe-to-toe. Well, Joshua hasn't went toe-to-toe since 2019. But what happened when he did go toe-to-toe? He got chinned by Andy Ruiz. A guy that's never did that again. He didn't do that against Chris Arreola. He didn't do that against even Luis Ortiz, because he didn't even stop Ortiz. In fact, Ortiz had him hurt in the last round of their fight. If anything, Joe Joyce wants people to fight like him because he knows action fights. Fair enough. But also understand that there's more ways to skin a cat. It is. But it is freaking hilarious because everything that he said is exactly how Anthony Joshua fought when he fought Jermaine Franklin. You know what I mean? But fighting toe-to-toe, Joe? No. Bars. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Joe Joyce responding to Anthony Joshua. Don't fight on the back foot. Don't fight scared. Don't play it safe. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!